What's up, Knicks fans? We are back again for another season with our friends at Fanatics Sportsbook. And of course, that means we're talking about FANCASH. Now, most sportsbooks, their rewards are just fluff, but FANCASH is the ultimate sports currency. You see, when you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, you get up to 10% FANCASH back on your wagers, win or lose. And did I mention that they're giving away millions in FANCASH this year? And you can use that FANCASH on anything in the Fanatics universe? Go check it out for yourself and download the app today. Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here.
What's good, everybody? KFS Nation, what's up? Welcome to another edition of Betting and Sweating. I'm Jeff. That's Shawn. You are awesome. Let's make some money, man. We got a bunch of bets that we're ready to get to, all different types. We got straight bets, we got parlay bets, and we got bets from around the association. Shawn, so I ask you, are you feeling lucky tonight?
Listen, I'm feeling lucky because the last time I was here on Wednesday, 5 of my 7 bets hit. So if you had tailed me, you would have made some bread yesterday on Wednesday. John, not so much, but it's okay. That's why we kicked him off. He won't be back for a while because he stinks. But yeah, I'm ready to make. So I'm feeling lucky, which means, of course, I'm gonna lose everything tonight because I said that I'm tempting the gambling gods. But listen, we believe in ourselves. Variance is the name of the game, so we move.
Exactly. And look, you ain't rigging the game. You true to the game. So may the betting gods not smite you for a little hint of confidence. All right, let's get to it. Our first bet is a spread, money line, or total bet. It could be game total. It could be team total, whatever. Shawn, I'm going to start off with you, man. Let's get to it. What do you got for your spread, money line, or total bet?
So for my 1-point bet, I'm going to go with the over at 230.5 points at -110. As always, all the lines are provided by, wait for it, Fanatics Sportsbook. So last game, the against the Cavaliers, the total was 220.5, and the game was 229. And I think this game could go one. I think this game can go 1 point further, considering who the opponent is and how they like to play, which we'll allude to as we go on the show. But yeah, I'm all for the over tonight.
I love it. I was toying with it, but then I saw how our good friends at Fanatics started doing the math with the total, and I said, you know how I feel about that hook, man.
Yeah,
it catches me more often than not. So I said I'll stay away. So I got a little precocious with my picks to see if I'm wise beyond my years. I'm going Knicks first half spread, -1.5. So for those of you who don't bet and you understand what's the first half spread, they are favored by 2 points or more in the first half spread. So if they lead by 2 or more, this bet hits. And I saw, for one, there's a couple of reasons why I feel confident in this bet. One, the fact that they are using their bench and they're going to have a lot of fresh bodies in there. There's a constant rotation. This bench is strong. And if they're going up against the Celtics bench, which they are even more top heavy than they were before, I like the Knicks' chances. Plus, they were up 15 at the half against the Cavs, while the Celtics gave up the lead in the first quarter against the Sixers and were down at the half by 2+ points. So given all of that, I think this was a little bit over even money, -110, -115. So I like my chances with it, man.
No, I like that bet also. Like 2 points. That's pretty feasible against a team that the Knicks are clearly better than. Yeah, I said it. Do something.
All right. So the next bet we got lined up for you is the op bet, the opponent themed bet. We are betting against the competition or for the competition. I don't know how I would phrase it, but I'd say we are betting a team or a player on the opposing team.
We're involving the competition. We'll put it like that.
We're involving the competition. I like that. Are we doing the snake draft style?
It's your world, baby. I just live in it.
All right, I'll set it off. This was extreme low-hanging fruit. Jaylen Brown, 25 plus points. His over-under is 24.5. He's one of 2 or 3 people that they're going to have to rely on to score. And something tells me he's trying to make a statement in the Garden tonight. He's going to try to go off. He'll get this by hook or by crook, no matter what the final score is. So I like my chances. At minus 115, little bit of juice, a lot of bit of flavor. So I like this bet.
So for the second game in a row, my co-host on this show has stolen one of my bets on Wednesday. I wanted to bet the under in the game, and John stole it. And when I went to put my bets in, to my surprise, I saw Jeff had taken this. If you've listened to me on any airwaves, I've said Jaylen Brown is going up for Jaylen Brown. Now, ironically, I actually bet him that he was my bet for the out-of-town prop, which we'll get to later on Wednesday. And let me tell you, sweating that out was not on my bingo card. I think he had 8 points and a half. But
yeah,
I'm going to bet this. I may ladder this because I know that dude, especially after the interview he gave on the Netflix show starting at 5 and how he's had to deal with insufferable Knicks fans. He is going to try to put the Knicks in the dirt by himself tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah, it was funny because I was like, I feel like Shawn is going to pick this. Like, this might be too on the nose for Shawn, but I feel like maybe he'll go 30, maybe he'll go whatever. So I was like, yeah, let me just see. And the fact that you're saying that now, I'm like, damn, I should have picked something else. I didn't mean to vulture your pick.
You snooze, you lose. We're all family here.
All right, what you got?
So for me, I'm going with Derek White under 20.5 points at minus 105. As I say, you don't owe it. Just because I have to pick an opponent doesn't mean I have to pick them to do well, although I am not against that by my picking Cavs money line on Wednesday. So, I don't give a damn because as I always say, I like the Knicks. I like making money more. But I'm confident in this because Derek White, I believe, took 17 threes on Wednesday. I'm going to double check this, but I believe he took 17 threes. And if you're taking 17 threes, guess what? You're not passing to anybody. It's at least 13. I know it's at least 13. I'm pulling this up right now. I'm pulling up the box score. 3,
13, 4 for 13.
4 for 13. Yes, 4 for 13. He took 13 threes, which is still the ridiculous number. So if you're swishing or trying to swish, you ain't dishing. So I will go with well, actually, I'm conflating something, but I think if he's going to shoot that many threes, this number has a good chance to hit. And also, again, if I think Jaylen Brown, is going to go off today, the points have to come from somewhere because I think Jaylen Brown was like the third leading scorer on. Yeah, him and Derek White were tied in scoring in game one. So on Wednesday. So we'll see.
All right. I like that. When I saw it in the sheet, I was like, whoa, under 20 points. Cause I know that guy gonna be gunning too. So but I get the rationale. They should give you plus money for that. Honestly, like the 105 is some bullshit, but they should give you plus money.
Well, I think because of the variance, because if he's going to take double-digit threes a game, it's hard to give plus money on an under unless it's 15 or 14. But I didn't mind the minus 105. It was like minus 120. I would have left it alone.
I hear that. All right. Next, we have parlay, 2 to 3 legs that we're having. So a shorty but a goodie parlay. Shawn, what lay you got?
So I am involving a Celtic, but this is a combination bet of Jaylen Brown over 1.5 threes and Jaylen Brown under 5.5 assists. See, I was conflating my bets because I knew I had an assist prop, under assist prop in here. So again, I've always so I'll say this, and I learned this from my friend Adam Rosenberg. Shout out to him. if you think you have an edge in the first week of a season, whether it's NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, hockey, whatever, if you think you have an edge, if you think you see something the books don't see, bet it big, bet it that week, because don't be like, all right, let me see what happens, because if that hits, the book is not going to have that number. They're not going to have that prop at that same valuable number the next game, right? So for me, I believe that, again, honestly, I've bet Jaylen Brown to lead the league in scoring. And now it's one thing when it's the NFL, where it's like this one game a week, and then it happens, and then the books, and then people have 6 days to make bets, and the books have time to adjust. This is 2 days later, so I believe that Jaylen Brown, even though he's not the best 3-point shooter in the world, over 1.5 threes. I think he only took 4. Yeah, he only took 4 this game. I think they'll take more. And again, if he is going to score a lot, I think the assists will be less. So I think at just under 2-1, this is good value for something that can for two props that can likely hit.
Yeah, I like it. It's a clever pick. He's going to be gunning just like every other Celtic is going to be gunning from 3 and under 5.5 assists. I don't think he's trying to pass like that tonight. So that's a great combo to have. All right, for me, I have a Knicks theme parlay. This is what I call a baseline parlay. This is based off of one game, of course, but what they hit in the previous game, I'm rolling with that. So Bridges, 15 plus points. Deuce McBride, over 1.5 3-pointers made. And OG Anunoby, 6 plus rebounds. First off, I apologize for Bridges going under on the bet. If you took it on a parlay, no one was sicker than me. No one. He missed that fast break layup, and in the back of my mind, I said, that is going to come back to bite us. That is going to come back to bite us. And he had like 12 in the first half and was focusing on other things in the second half. He wasn't really passive. He just was legit doing other jobs. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But I do think, once again, there is a pathway for Bridges, who's going to be one of the primary ball handlers and involved in the offense, to get these points. I don't think there's anybody that is going to be guarding him is not going to be a defender that can guard him, because Derek White has to guard one of Brunson. Derek White has to guard Brunson, I think. And Jaylen Brown is probably going to guard probably OG, because he's not moving around as much and not as much of an off the dribble threat. So given that, I feel like one of them other 3 on the Celtics is going to have to guard Bridges. And if he's in attack mode, you get that. McBride, 2 threes is light work for Deuce. He's going to have the green light. He's going to have the open shot. So I'm not worried about that. Here's the shocker, Shawn. OG Anunoby at 6 plus rebounds is plus 110. After 14 boards in game 1, which means Fanatics and the Sportsbook is calling cap on OG's rebounding. They're like, nah, there's no way that's going to happen again. There was one play where he got 2 rebounds off of an offensive board, like he missed a shot, grabbed it, and put it back in. Maybe they're thinking this is a blip and not a trend. But that's what boosted it up to plus 425. I think with what I've seen the Knicks doing from a team rebounding perspective, the team as a whole is crashing towards the ball, especially on the offensive glass. They know they're going to need to team board, especially with Mitch out and Josh out. So them boards got to go to somebody. I think OG's a prime candidate. So I like this parlay.
That's a good part. Listen, like you said, baseline parlay, and again, now is the time to take advantage of those baselines earlier in the season, because the books have a little bit less time to catch up, as opposed to other sports like the NFL.
All right. So the next up is the home run bet. This is where we get a little bit out of our comfort zone and pick a bet that's plus 300 or greater. So 3-1 odds, which means the books feel like it's not likely to happen. And the higher you go up, the lower the probability that your bet will hit in their eyes. That's why they give you the good odds. So I went last, so I'll go first. Bridges, 7 plus assists at plus 400. He had 6 assists last game. Last season, this would have been madness. This probably would have been 10-1. The fact that he is one of the primary ball handlers, he's a function of the offense, of an offense that's egalitarian and that's constantly moving the ball, and he's looking to dish. These aren't just, assists. He's looking to dish, and dudes is making shots. It is a home run because I don't expect it, but I could see it happening, especially from playing against a Celtics team that's going to put up a lot of shots and probably going to miss a lot of shots. So there's going to be more opportunity for possessions.
No, that's a good call out. Yo, 10-1 is crazy.
I mean, think about it. Last year,
you're right. You're right.
A 10 assist Mikal game. That might have been low. I might be low on that. 10-1. They might not have gone higher just to not violate, but 10-1, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. So for my pick, I'm actually going for Celtic, and I'm actually going for a positive Celtic prop. But again, I like money. So I'm going with Nemias. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Nemias Keita. Nemias Keita. I'm going to say Keita. Double at plus 475. So against Philadelphia, he had 17 and 8. Karl-Anthony Towns, and shout out to someone in the comments asked if he's playing. We don't know. He's still listed as questionable last we checked, but I mean he has a quad strain. I think him getting, and I'm just gonna double check here. Yes, he had 17 and 8 against the Sixers on Wednesday. I think he can get 10 and 10 again. So plus 475 for Mr. Keita to get a double-double.
Yeah. So the pronunciation is Nemias Keita.
Nemias
so
Keita.
You were close. You got an 80% on that.
Well, you know what's
Nemias
funny?
Keita.
I literally have Basketball Reference open right here. I could have looked up the damn pronunciation of the name. So whatever.
For sure. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's get to our best bet of the night. Could call it a lock if you're feeling froggy, but it's our best bet. Shawn, what you got?
I'm going back to old reliable. And if you followed me on betting and sweating over the years, or if you follow me on betting and sweating over the years, you know this is one of my go-tos. 2 3-pointers made in the first 3 minutes at plus 115. Now, fact that this number was plus 115 involving the Boston Celtics gave me pause, because we know this team likes to shoot threes, Tatum or no Tatum. I did go back and look, and so what I usually like to do is I like to see how many I literally look at box scores just to see how many threes are taken by each team in a previous game in the first 3 minutes. And because not necessarily about how much they made, it's about how much they took, because the volume is what plays out. The Celtics only took 1 3 in the first 3 minutes of their game against the Sixers on Wednesday. The Knicks took 1. Brunson hit 1. He hit the first shot of the game. Again, I do not believe the Celtics will, especially in this game, I don't believe the Celtics are going to take 1 3 in the first 3 minutes. So I think there's a little bit of value here at plus 115. And again, it's not the Celtics or the Knicks, it's combined. So if each one hits a 3, so for example, if Brunson hits a 3, then Jaylen Brown hits a 3, the bet cashes.
And it could be 2 Knicks, it could be 2 Celtics, or a combination, right? As long as 2 threes are made in the first 3 minutes. Yeah. Last year, this would have probably been like minus 500.
Dog.
With the Celtics.
So funny. I bet this game 1 against the Celtics last year, and it was like minus 125. Like they was not messing around. Like, so getting this at plus money, I think there's value.
For sure. All right. I'm going with Deuce McBride, 10 plus points at minus 115.
Like that.
I just think the 10 points are there for him to get. He's hitting his 3-point shot early. He's attacking the basket. He's not afraid to shoot, and he's going to get time. He's dropped this number against the Celtics in 2 of the last 3 games that he played against them. And the last time they played, we won't forget that one. But the massacre to start the season, he had like 22 points, and that's probably because he played most of the second half. That game was over. But he is going to get more time and more opportunities. And in this new offensive scheme where they're looking for the open player and they're hunting the best shot, I think he's going to get a good chance.
Listen, listen. The biggest thing about Deuce props this year is that like he's gonna get more minutes. Like he's not gonna be a 12 to 15-minute player, So again, take advantage of these while the numbers are good.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get to our out of town bets. First off, we're giving a game line or spread from a different game going on tonight. Now, I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
I got Cavs Nets over 230.5 at -110. The Charlotte Hornets put Williamsburg in the dirt yesterday or Wednesday, excuse me. And they dropped 136 points on them. You don't think that the Cavs are going to do something similar? I don't know. Maybe there's some regression. I do know they've been here since probably Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And by here, I mean New York City, the New York City area. They've been here since Tuesday. They played the Knicks on Wednesday, and they stayed because they were playing the Nets today.
Mm-hmm.
So they're comfortable. They've been in the same spot, and they're looking to get their first win of the year. And I don't think the Nets are going to offer much resistance. I was this close to going Cavs over 11, Cavs -11.5. But I don't trust double-digit spreads in general, and especially with basketball, that can get spooky really quickly. But I do think that they can combine to score 231 points.
The only downside to this is that these dudes live in Cleveland and they spent 3 evenings in New York, so they might have been at 235th one night and One Oak the next night. I don't even know One Oak is still open because I'm old, but they might have been outside. That's the only thing I would concern them. But again, it's during the week, but it's New York. But yeah, listen, shout out Robin Lundberg, who said the Brooklyn Nets might be one of the 5 worst teams of all time. Not this season, of all time. And he's a Nets fan, so I think that's a great bet. Now, I do have to correct you on something, Jeff. Earlier you said, our bonus bets are for any game around the association. That is not true. It can be in any sport. And tonight is game 1 of the World Series. And just like last year, the Dodgers are in it. Not like last year, the Yankees aren't in it, but we move. So I'm going with Dodgers -1.5 at even money. So basically, for those who don't follow baseball betting, the Dodgers to win by 2 or more runs. I think the Dodgers win this series. I think they win this series in 5 or 6 games. I think they win game 1 tonight. They're going to ruin baseball. On one hand, listen. Shout out to the Blue Jays for getting to the city of Toronto, one of my 5 favorite cities in the world, for getting to their first World Series in 32 years, excuse me. Even though I'm a Yankee fan, it's not like the Red Sox in the World Series. So listen, you can talk all your shit you want. It doesn't really bother me, but I think you're getting put in a spliff tonight. So I will go with the Dodgers to win by 2 or more runs.
That's a good bet. Because these guys are different. These Dodgers are different, and it feels like if you're in Rogers, it's not the Rogers Center, is it?
It is called the Rogers Center, but you can call it Skydome. It's Skydome.
It is. It's freaking Skydome. It feels like if you got hot bats and you go into Skydome, it's going up. So yeah. Toronto Blue Jays via con Dios. So yes, around sports, we got a player prop from a different game going on tonight. Shawn, what's your prop?
All right. They should call this the hater bet. But I'm going with one Rowan Alexander Barrett Jr. under 17.5 points at -110.
Wow.
Here is my rationale. The Raptors beat the brakes off the Hawks on Monday, right? And I'm like, so shout out to me because I actually gave out. No, I gave out Suns. I gave out Kings team total over. If I didn't give that out, I would have gave out Raptors +6, and I actually bet with my own money. So when I look,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
So when I went to see that he beat the dog shit out of these guys, I was like, let me see what happened. I looked at box score, and I see RJ Barrett shot 9 of 12 from the field, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's not the RJ I know and love. Listen, not 75% from the field is good for if Jokic shoots 75% from the field, we're like, wow, right? So I think there is some regression coming. So I would listen, if he scores 17, it's fine, right? He scores 17, he scores 16 points. And I'm looking at box score here. One Brandon Ingram shot 7 of 16 from the field. He's probably out for a lick. So I just think that there's gonna be a bit of regression here. I think the Raptors are playing. Oh, they're playing Milwaukee. I think there'll be a bit of regression here. So I'm going to RJ under points.
Yes, sir. All right. For me, my prop bet is the Greek Freak Giannis Antetokounmpo, 32 plus points at plus money. First off, you see a Giannis bet for 30 to 32 points and it's plus money. I think you got to jump on that. You shouldn't feel bad if it doesn't hit. This is light work for Giannis. Okay. I think he dropped 35 in the season opener, if I'm not mistaken. I think he dropped 35, but even he is going to be heavily relied upon to score. And he's facing those same Toronto Raptors who, honestly, I don't believe there's anybody on that team that can hold him. So if he's efficient from the field, if he's getting to the foul line and knocking down his shots, getting second chance points, scoring off a transition, taking one step from half court to be able to hit a layup, I think it's a good cash. This is one of those bets where if I make the bet and it doesn't hit, I ain't gonna be upset.
Exactly.
I can't be because I don't know if those 138 point or whatever that route that happened against the Hawks, I don't know if that team is showing up, but I know Giannis is going to have to show up every night. So
yes,
32 points plus money. I like it.
And Giannis had 37 on opening night. So, bring it down a little bit, and then also even money. It's good value.
Yeah, man. It's like, what are we doing here? Like in real life, what are we doing here? We need to hit this bet. So yeah, Shawn, I like my bets, man. I think our bets are good money. What do you think?
I think so too. I feel really good. Listen, I always feel like if the two threes in the first 3 minutes hit, then it feels like it's going to be a good night. So I think if that hits, that'll bode well for a lot of our props.
For sure. So thank y'all so much for joining us for Betting and Sweating. Do remember tonight, first ever game on Amazon Prime, Knicks and Celtics, 7:30, I believe. Or is it 7 o'clock? Did I make that up? 7:30 on Amazon Prime. Get y'all logins ready. And after the show is the after party right here on Knicks Film School, the Knicks Film School post game. John Macri's in the building to break down everything for you. So definitely tap in there. Tap into all our socials at Knicks Film School, our Patreon, our Substack. If you want to contribute more directly to us, subscribe wherever you get podcasts. Wherever you get podcasts, we'll be there. And like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that the best Knicks content is right here in your face, baby. You got to roll with us. You already know. So for Shawn, I'm Jeff. You've been amazing. Thank you for locking in. We're Betting and Sweating. We'll talk to you soon.
Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777. Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.